Chuck Norris, goodbye legend. Just a few days ago on March 10th, the actor celebrated his 86th birthday. He was one of those people who seemed like they would live forever. He became a truly iconic figure of 20th century world cinema, rising from a boy in a poor family in Oklahoma to a Hollywood action star and the creator of his own martial arts style. Carlos Ray Norris was born in 1940, half Irish, half Cherokee. His childhood memories were filled with constant hunger and a poor life in a trailer. Later, his father left the family and his mother remarried. Chuck and his younger brother Aaron were lucky. Their stepfather took care of them and introduced them to sports. There was no money for education, so after school, Carlos joined the military. At least there, he had a uniform, food, and a place to sleep. It was in the Army that he discovered martial arts, and just 3 years later, he earned a black belt. After his service, he moved to Los Angeles, where in 1963 he opened his own martial arts school. Amazingly, just 5 years later, at the age of 25, he had earned enough to open 32 schools across America. This made him one of the most influential instructors in the United States. Filmmakers began to seek his advice. Among his students was a young Hollywood actor, Bruce Lee. It was Lee who invited Norris to star in his film Way of the Dragon. And from that moment, Norris's film career began. Throughout his life, Chuck appeared in 42 films. Most of them weren't known for deep plots or complex ideas, but that didn't matter. Norris usually played uncompromising fighters for justice and quickly rose to the top of the film world. People have always needed that. Justice, and no matter how skilled a director is, what matters most is that the villains get what they deserve. For millions around the world, he will always remain the tough Ranger Walker, delivering justice. His personal life was eventful. He lived 31 years with his first wife and 28 years with his second. He had 5 children and 13 grandchildren. In 2013, his second wife, Gina, was diagnosed with serious health problems. At that moment, the 73-year-old actor canceled all his contracts to save her, and he succeeded. Gina recovered. 7 years later, Norris returned to the screen. Even at an advanced age, Chuck never stopped training. On March 19th, he was training at his home in Hawaii. But after the workout, he felt unwell, lost consciousness, and was urgently taken to the hospital. Doctors managed to stabilize him. He was laughing and joking with his loved ones. But a few hours later, he passed away. I'll be honest, I was never a big fan of his work and was always skeptical of his acting abilities. But I cannot ignore his contributions to cinema. Goodbye, legend.